My dear future students, as we prepare to enter into a world of education, I would like to speak about some present issues of inequality in education and joblessness, mostly among the youth, highlighted in our prescribed readings. The title for this letter is Wicked Times Which We Live In. I want to share my reflections, and I will also relate to you my commitment as an educator with regards to these issues and how I see myself addressing them within our classroom or lecture room. South Africa is faced with a big problem of unemployment of the youth, with it being at a record high of 50.47 in 2023. This is not to say our country has not had its fair share of ups and downs, because in all honesty, it has. The difference now is that it seems like it's steadily rising, and this could be an education or an inequality issue. Let's jump in. I've picked up 3 main points from an article by Conrad Hughes in 2021, Education and Inequality, wherein we notice that some of the factors are socio-economic disparities, the need for cheaper private education, and structural reform. In my opinion, our country should provide free and equal education. The basis or the system that would govern this will be dependent on the student or the observation of teachers. Observant teachers are able to tell students who are able to tell students' strong and weak points. If a student is struggling academically, they should automatically be enrolled in a vocational setting, because the probability is that the student is brilliant with their hands. Some of the socio-economic disparities include an unequal access to quality schools, well-trained teachers, and educational materials. Also, not forgetting poverty, parental education level, and neighborhood students come from. I understand that my idea of a free education might not work. However, if fees for private education are restructured to include more families, this will in turn increase the quality of our education in the country, and therefore will lead to the creation of more jobs and also more entrepreneurs who will create more jobs. In South Africa, our population is almost 60 million. If we come together as a country and each donate a small amount of 10 Rand, we will generate 600 million monthly. And annually, we would have generated 7.2 trillion, which would assist in closing the gap of education inequality, close the gap of socioeconomic disparities, and also it will make private education cheaper. L. Graham, A. Delanoy, and L. Patel share the same sentiment as Hughes in their article. They also relay the youth unemployment issue, and that the pandemic has took everything on a negative spiral. Beyond that, youth unemployment challenges broader societal well-being and economic development. If all the youth is unemployed, our country is in jeopardy, and this is something also stressed by the authors. The authors discuss the importance of skills and training needs. They advocate for a targeted approach to skills development. This may involve reintroducing vocational training programs, internships, or apprenticeships, and making it easy for young people to have access. So where do I fit in as a soon-to-be educator? In South Africa that's faced with multiple challenges directly facing the youth of the country, here are some ideas that I think in my personal capacity I would teach my learners in order to try to help them not be part of the statistics. In addition to speaking about challenges noted by Hughes 2021 and insights by Delanoy, Graham, and Patel 2021, we can also consider entrepreneurship as a way to combat the youth unemployment wave. I will actively encourage students to look into entrepreneurship to create their own employment. I think we need to understand that not everyone will have a job, and also not everyone would want to become an entrepreneur. However, I think if we as educators nurture an entrepreneurial mindset among students, we give them the skill and mindset to identify opportunities, how to calculate risk, and how to maneuver in the business world. It is also very important to note that entrepreneurship needs more than just saying you want to do it. It requires resources, mentorship, and a supportive ecosystem. You're probably asking where will they find all of these when the availability of the above is dependent on their socio-economic background? And an answer to that is school. Schools have computers that have access to the internet, and if I'm not mistaken, all learners enrolled at schools have at least one class where it is a requirement for them to use a computer. In those classes, we can introduce a 10-minute a day motive where students are online and on the internet connecting or consulting with mentors. And I know for a fact that there are multiple mentors who post their courses online for free. So students who really want to go into business and become an entrepreneur can use that 10 minutes wisely. 10 minutes might not sound like much, but in a week, students would have had almost an hour with their mentors. They are learning and becoming businessmen and businesswomen. As suggested, entrepreneurship encouragement shows great promise as a means of empowering our kids and promoting economic progress. By giving the students the tools, resources, and mindset necessary to launch their own businesses, we open doors to both the community growth and financial freedom. In conclusion, while the challenges might seem scary, they also come with a great opportunity for good change. By looking into skills development and promoting entrepreneurship, we have an opportunity to pave the way for a brighter future for South Africa's youth. Together, let us explore old and new, tried and not tried yet formulas to build a society where every individual has an opportunity or opportunities to thrive and contribute to the prosperity of our nation. I thank you.